The next terms used in accounting are first one, revenue. Okay, revenue means what? When selling is done of goods or services, the profit cash which is getting is revenue. Means whatever the business person, means the owner, whatever he sells up the goods to his customers, whatever he is getting in return, if any return goods or any cash profit, whatever he is getting, that particular profit thing, cash thing, it is called as revenue. Okay, next, income. Income means what? When you sell any goods or services, you get revenue. After deduction expenses from it, the cash which remains is called as income. Called it is. Okay, means what? Income means what? As you all know, whatever you sell up the things, if you are a business person, whatever you are selling, you are getting the revenue of it, and from that revenue, means that profit or cash, okay, from that you deduct your expenses. Expenses means your transport charges, then advertisement charges, fuel charges, any eatable charges, whatever you eat in between. Okay, so after deducting all those expenses, whatever remains in hand, it is called as income. Now, income are of two types: direct income, indirect income. Direct income is what? Income which is getting from our business are called as direct income. Means whatever you sell the things. Suppose I am running a soap industry factory. So whatever profit I am getting after selling up my soaps, that profit, means that cash, it is called as direct income. And there is something called as indirect income. Indirect income means what? From that name only you can make out. From other sources, whatever income you are getting, that is called as indirect income. For example, I am a business person. I have my own soap industry factory. Plus, I have taken some godowns. Okay, I have purchased godowns, and those godowns I have given on rent to some other party, and that rent, whatever I am getting of that godowns, that will be my indirect income, because it's my extra income which I am getting apart from my soap industry factory. Okay, got the difference? Direct income and indirect income. Next, the discount. Discount means what? When owner deducts some amount from usual cost for the customer, that is called a discount. So when you are selling up the things, your product, and you are reducing some amount from that usual cost for the sake of your customer. Okay, so that that amount which you are deducting, and you are giving that facility to your customer, that thing, it is called as discount. Now, these discounts are of two types. First one, trade discount and cash discount. Trade discount means what? It is related to wholesaler and the retailer. Suppose I am a retailer person, and I am purchasing wholesale things from my wholesaler, that is my manufacturer person. I am buying up some raw materials, so that wholesaler gives me some discount, okay, on those wholesale products. So that thing, it is called as trade discount. Okay, and cash discounts means what? Cash discount refer to an incentive that a seller offers to a buyer in return for paying a bill before the scheduled due date. I am a retail person. I will sell up the things to my customer. If the customer buys the products from me in a larger quantity, and I tell him that you should pay it within a week. So within a week only that customer pays me the amount of that sold products. So I'll give some discount since he has paid within a week. So that thing it is called as cash discount. When a seller and customer in between them the discount goes on, that thing it is called as cash discount. And this is related, trade discount, it is related to manufacturer or wholesaler and the retailer person. So this was about the discount. Next next term is next term used in accounting is bad debts. Bad debts means what? If I am a owner and I give some credit to one of the customer known as Ram, okay, of credit amount of rupees, suppose 500, okay. So the Ram pays me back only 300 rupees. Actually the credit amount was of 400, but Ram pays me 300 only. So I am getting a loss of 100 rupees. So that 100 rupees will be called as bad debt because I have not got the full credit amount. Okay, 100 rupees is a loss for me because Ram has not paid me the 100 rupees. So the 100 rupees are known as bad debt. When owner doesn't get full amount from the credit given is called bad debt. Next, transaction. Okay, from the starting only we are hearing this word transaction. Transaction means what? Purchasing and selling of goods is done in business. All this is done through cash. When you are running any business, purchasing is there, selling is there, profit is there, loss is there, giving cash on credit is there, you are getting money from your customers. Yes, all these things are called as, all this process it is called a transaction. Okay, when cash is paid after purchasing or selling is called as cash transaction. If I am purchasing any material from my wholesaler, if I am a retailer, or suppose from me, I am a retailer person, from me suppose one customer of mine, Ram, I am selling the goods to the customer Ram. So directly that Ram person pays me the cash. Or if I am a retail person, I am purchasing the raw materials from my manufacturer person or wholesaler person, and I am immediately paying the cash of those raw material which I have purchased. Okay, so that thing it is called as cash transaction because the transaction has done through cash. Immediately I am paying, so that is called as cash. And when you purchase and you take it on a credit mode, if you are not having cash, shortage of cash, and you take it that goods on credit mode, you purchase the goods on credit mode, that process it is called as credit transaction. And you pay the cash in future after a week or after a month or after 6 months you pay the cash. Okay, but the time being which is given for you is that thing it is called as credit transaction. Next, voucher. Voucher means what? When you do any transaction related to business, whether it is purchasing or selling, or if you are depositing any cash into the bank, or you are withdrawing any cash from the bank, or you are giving credit to somebody, okay, credit amount to somebody, or you are taking credit from somebody, if you are a retailer person and you are taking a credit amount from your you are taking a goods on credit mode from your wholesaler, or if you are giving credit to your customer, if you are a retailer person. Okay, got the difference? Wholesaler, retailer and the customer. I am selling up the things to the customer on credit mode. Okay, so all this process which is there, uh, okay, the documents which we are exchanging, whether it is a receipt or bill, if I am giving some goods or cash on a credit mode to somebody, definitely I'm going to take some written note from that person. Okay, so these types of documents are called as voucher. Or if I am purchasing something, I will receive some bills or invoice from my supplier. Okay, so that thing, the hard material or hard copies are called as vouchers. Okay, see what is the voucher definition given: when there is buying and selling of goods or services, the documents received which is provided is voucher. Example is given. See, when I am giving any credit transaction or any credit amount to somebody, that thing it is called as bills. Okay, that particular hard paper, it is called as bills. Okay, that voucher, it is called as bills voucher. If I am doing any cash transaction to somebody, if I am paying any cash to somebody, or if I am receiving any cash from somebody, then it is called as receipt. And there is something called as bank deposit. You all must be knowing, when you deposit any cash into the bank, that thing it is called as slip voucher. Or if you withdraw any cash from the bank, it is called as through check voucher. You are withdrawing the amount or cash from the bank. Okay, so voucher can be called as, it's a proof that the business transaction was done through both the parties or more than one party. Okay, so it's like a proof that cash has done or credit transaction has done between the persons. So that thing is called as voucher. Next, okay, next thing is next thing used in next thing used in accounting. The term used in accounting, very important, is account. Okay, what is meant by account? You know, you all must be knowing, when you go in any bank, okay, to deposit or to deposit any cash, they will definitely going to ask you whether you are having account in this bank or not. Yes, so the first thing which you have to do in a bank is you have to create one account. Then only you can deposit, and then only you can withdraw cash from your account. Okay, same thing in accounting also. There is something called as account, which means what? Any person, firm, company, item, product name, profit or loss. Okay, which shows you profit and loss of any person or any business. Okay, that is termed as account. Okay, in that particular names account, all the profit and loss are recorded. Okay, so whenever you are entering into the business line, whatever person names you come across, or any product name, item name, anything, whatever names, that particular name account gets created. Okay, and that particular account name shows you whether it is giving you any profit or it is giving you any loss to your business. So based on this account, profit loss of the business is realized at the end of the financial year. At the end of the financial year, from this accounts you can make out whether it is in loss or whether that particular account is giving you profit. Financial year, no, it starts from April and ends in the month of March. Example given of accounts are Ram account, Asha Traders account, ABC Private Limited account, cash account, bank account, furniture account, machinery account, discount account, interest account, purchase account, sales account, traveling charges account, salary account, etc. Okay, these are all the some examples which I have given of the account. So whatever person or anything or any material which comes into the business, that particular thing's account get created. And in Tally software, accounting generation, creation of account is called as ledger. Okay, in manually we used to call it as account. Okay, in day-to-day terms we call it as account. In Tally software it is called as ledger. Same, account and ledger are same thing. Got? Next, now there are different types of accounts. We have just now seen what is the definition of account. Now there are different types of account, or you can say these accounts are classified into different types. Okay, which are the different accounts? Personal account, real account, nominal account. Okay. We'll see one by one all the accounts. First one, personal account. Personal account means what? Any person, organization, firm, company names comes under personal account. If there is any person or any company name, organization name, all these accounts comes under this account group type, personal account. Okay, examples given here: Ram account, Rohit account, Galaxy private account, Sweet Palace account. All these are named C. It can be either a person name or it can be either a company firm name. All these names comes under personal account. And there is something called as bank account, drawing account, capital account. These accounts also, even though they are not they doesn't represent any person name, but this accounts comes under personal account. Why? Because it represents the owner. Okay, this accounts, okay, represents the owner. Okay, on behalf of owner of the business, these accounts are there. Okay, in Tally, these accounts you will have to create on based on this account only. The further process starts in the Tally software. So at the start only you have to create owner's account, but owner's account doesn't get created with his name. It gets created with this account, capital account. So this account represents the owner. And drawing account, you know, drawing account means what? Whenever the owner withdraws cash from the business for his personal use, that thing it is called as drawing account. So drawing account comes under personal account because it represents owner. Bank account also comes under personal account because bank account will be the bank account of the owner. So whatever cash he is depositing, whatever cash he is withdrawing, that it will be related to that owner only. How much cash he is having, how much cash he has withdrawn, how much cash he is having into the bank. It is representing the owner banks only, no, bank details only. So that's why bank account comes under personal account. Okay, next the second one is real account. Okay, real account type. Real account says what? This account is related to product, items or assets. So any product name, item name or any assets means sampatti. Okay, all these assets which are valuable to any person. Okay, all these assets, product, items comes under real account. Okay, example is what? Furniture account is a product name, machinery account is a product item name, building account can be your assets. Okay, because you are getting profit, you are running a business into that building, so that's why it's an asset. Land account is an asset, motorcycle account is an asset. Okay, all these accounts, either it represents a product name or it's an asset of the owner. So all these assets or product item names comes under real account. Also, cash account comes under real account. Okay, because cash is an asset of the business person. Owner is getting profit from this cash, so that's why cash account comes under real account type. Next, the third one, nominal account. Now nominal account means what? These accounts are mostly related to profit, loss, income, gains. The account which gives you profit, which gives you loss, or which gives you an income, or if it is showing you any expense, you have to expense something. So all these accounts comes under nominal account. The example given is what? Interest. Interest can be interest given or interest received. If you are receiving any interest from the loan given to your friend and you are receiving interest from that friend, so that interest received account will come into nominal account, or it can be an interest given account. Given account, how it will be? If you are taken loan from HDFC bank, then you have to pay the interest now. So that thing, it will be called as interest given account. So this interest account can be classified into two: interest given account, interest received account. You have to create this account like that. Okay, then discount account also, whether you are discount received or discount given. Discount given account will be to your customers, you are giving the discount. That means for owner it's an expense. Yes, and discount received account, if you are retailer person, if you are getting discount, if you are receiving discount from your wholesaler, then that thing, it will be called as discount received account, and it's an income for the owner. So that thing, it is called as nominal account. This also gets divided into two: discount received, discount given account. Next, commission account. You are giving commission to your workers. You are an owner and you are paying commission to your workers if they do some target. If the target is given to sell up the things and they complete that target, then you give commission to your workers or your staff. So for owner it's an expense, but for the workers or staff it's an income. Yes, so it represents expense and income, so that's why it comes under nominal account. Then the wages account, daily wage workers which are there, you are giving wages, means you are giving cash to those workers. So for owner it's an expense, no, it shows an expense, so that's why wages account comes under nominal account. Then purchase account, sales account comes under nominal account. Purchase account means I am a owner and I purchase the things from my wholesaler, so my cash is going out to purchase the things, so it's an expense, no. So all those which represents expense incomes comes under nominal account. Same way sales account, why it comes under nominal? Because if I am a owner, I am selling up the things to my customer, and I am getting the cash, I am getting profit, no, so it's an gain for me. So that's why sales account comes under nominal account. So all these are the account types. So which are the account types? Personal account, real account, nominal account. You have to remember all these three accounts thoroughly. Based on this account types, there are different rules which are called as golden rules in accounting for this particular account types. For personal account, there is one separate rule. For real account, there is one rule, and for nominal account also there is one rule. These are called as three golden rules of accounting. If you know this account type rules thoroughly, then all the entries in the Tally software will be easy for you. Okay, so first know the definition of account, then all the types of the accounts, and then the rules of the accounting, which I will take up in the next clip.